Let's get ready to grumble!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Grumble. I'm your host, Graham. We're back again. Once again, sorry for last week. I'm just going to apologise again. But thank you to those of you who tweeted us. You will be mentioned later on in the show. Sitting in the corner to my left is Daryl.
Spend my day working hard.
Right, well, okay, yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry, because, you know, you're owed some plaudits. Definitely you.
Thanks.
Well done. And sitting in the corner to my right is Dan.
I've brought nothing to the conversation today.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Just like we'll cut you out with scissors. Right. Let's move on to Daryl. So, do you want a trophy or just like name recognition for the fact that it was definitely you and not all the news sites called it? Jeff Jarrett's going in the Hall of Fame.
I can't wait, mate.
Carry on singing then.
I can't, mate.
Oh, you can though.
I can't.
So,
but yeah,
you sang it in my car.
Yeah, when I got in the car, I didn't even say hello to him. I just started singing.
Yeah.
It's like that time when you picked me up with Anderson Silva's music blaring out.
You say that time.
It's happened a few times.
I used to pull over before turning the corner to your street, turn it up full blast, and then pull around the corner every time. I'm not even joking.
No, I believe you. Was that when you guys went to go and see that film that I wasn't invited to?
Oh yeah, that Piranha one.
Piranha one. Yeah. The one where we both pretended we didn't recognise half the women in the film.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is.
I don't think I did.
I know Kelly Brook is. She was.
Oh yeah, I know her.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, some of the background actresses.
Kelly Brook.
They all do the pawns.
Do they?
Yeah, they weren't in Blue's Warmest Colour though.
Okay.
No,
that were actual actresses.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
WWE.
How do you spell it?
JEFFJARRETT. Ain't I great? Haha.
Cracking.
They played a video of him like showing his career highlights.
All his career highlights.
Yeah.
All of them.
So as far as I'm aware, Jeff Jarrett was a wrestler from 1993 to about 98.
Mostly till 95,
yeah,
really.
mostly,
With some 98 thrown in there.
Up to 95. He then got a haircut and wore a t-shirt that said, "Don't something me off."
Yeah. But he didn't hit any women with guitars, did he? No, just other blokes. They must have had to scour to find like clips of him hitting men with guitars.
Yeah, but it would have been well worth it, wouldn't it?
You've got a guitar behind you. that could be a tribute, couldn't it?
No, I can't.
You
You could hit me with a guitar.
That guitar genuinely cost me £10 whole.
£10. Well, there you go then.
It was reduced at
It's
Asda.
expendable.
It's like Elias is in the room.
Yeah. Hold your applause. There's got to be some kind of confrontation between them at WrestleMania, hasn't there?
Do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
It's like a backstage thing or something.
Yeah.
Or
Do you
what
think
if
he'll say, "Listen up, slap nuts"?
What? Yeah, he can say that, can't he?
Yeah.
What if Elias says he's going to do a live what if he doesn't have a match? Elias says he's going to do a live concert at WrestleMania, and who comes out? Interrupt him.
Don't.
Can you, mate? I'm gonna tease you with it.
I want to see that too.
I want to see that now.
Yeah.
Don't.
I didn't even know I wanted to see that.
Happen. Do you remember before when friend of the show, Chris Brammer, was talking about Bray Wyatt coming down and then Undertaker come out as Big Evil?
Yes, I
And
remember.
I was severely disappointed when it didn't happen.
Yeah, I remember.
I'll be severely disappointed if Jeff Jarrett doesn't come and say.
You know, to commemorate Jeff Jarrett going in the Hall of Fame,
Actually,
here's what I'm going to do. You've got a thing as well.
Cross the line.
He owns
Cross the line, mate.
So, listeners, Graham owns a t-shirt, a TNA t-shirt with a British flag on it.
Yeah, well, it's from the Cross the Line tour 2008.
It is from the Cross the Line. Did you go to Liverpool, Coventry, or the other one that I can't now?
Liverpool.
Okay.
Liverpool. I went to the Thursday night. It was in the Olympia because Alex Shane ran it. So, of course, it was in the Olympia, which I think he might own.
Was the Coventry one the Coventry Skydome? They're the only two venues he runs.
I think I think it was.
There's no other venue in Coventry.
No.
There's the Sky Dome. There's that place that sells onion rings next door, and then there's Nike. That's it.
There was that club that used to be opposite where Triple X Wrestling used to run.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing I'm going to do is I have a piece of memorabilia back at my mum's that I will go and collect and put up on the wall here. I actually have a Slapnuts Boulevard street sign.
Really?
Yeah, I bought it at a WCW show in 2000.
Okay, I'm going to beat you with obscure merchandise. I own a foam Jeff Jarrett guitar, which I bought from the World Wrestling All-Stars tour at the Sheffield Arena.
That's phenomenal. That's a new level. World Wrestling All-Stars.
I think you need to bring that. I'll bring mine, and we'll put them on the back of the door with the sign and then the guitar on top.
Were there more people at World Wrestling All-Stars than there were at 5-Star Wrestling a couple of weeks ago?
I mean, I could see the fans.
Oh, well, there you go then. They're definitely, yeah.
It had live commentary. So the commentators were...
Well, they did that a little bit at 5-Stars.
Did they? I've never watched it.
Occasionally, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it was Conan and Jeremy Borash, I believe, doing commentary.
That's bizarre.
It was also on the All-Star Tours when Buff Bagwell did the infamous Hello Glasgow England promo. I remember that one.
Phenomenal. It wasn't the one, though, where he was like, don't worry, you didn't get Sting and you didn't get anyone good, but you got Buff and he's the stuff, and people threw stuff at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said, you got to pay me for that.
Are we turning this into an impromptu Jeff Jarrett show?
I mean, if you want to.
Well,
Jeff Jarrett career mode is coming in March, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
It's going to have to.
It's going to have to.
So, speaking of impromptu.
Yeah. Oh, God, no. No, run.
He didn't even write it on the board this time.
Just assume it's always going to happen.
Yeah, he's right.
So, Nick Aldis from the fighting town of Kings Lynn.
That's a real thing that they said.
Whose finishing move is the Kings Lynn Cloverleaf.
The what?
Yeah, it's not the Texas.
The Kings Lynn Cloverleaf.
Yeah, it's not the Texas Cloverleaf.
How does he feel about the pedestrianisation of Norwich City Centre? That's in Norfolk, innit?
Yeah, if you like. He's got 2 championship matches lined up. Well, I mean, we assume he's got to win the first one. So it's in Milton Keynes. I think it's tonight. Against David Starr.
About 10 minutes ago, he was like, don't date the show.
Yeah, because I didn't want your rubbish little football references in that nobody gets, because nobody even likes football.
I love David Starr, though.
It's not a real sport.
I'm happy we got a David Starr mention on there, because I love David Starr.
Yeah, so Nick Aldis versus David Starr for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And then, as bizarre as this sounds, because we're talking about rubbish world champions later, former NWA champion is going to get a rematch. Well, no, he's not going to get a rematch. He's going to get a chance to regain his NWA World Championship. Again, he's going to get a match in China. Right. Not like China.
Okay.
Said.
Yeah.
It's Colt Cabana. Boom, boom. Colt
Was
Cabana.
he the NWA champion at one point?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
talking
because
rubbish
everyone
world,
has
world
been,
champions. Yeah, it's Colt Cabana.
I just did a quick check because I thought Nick Aldis definitely isn't going to be like at least the top person in notable people from Kings Lynn. He actually is, so he must have edited it himself. Next to him, though, is Death Havana, the post-hardcore band.
Great.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the reference for all the listeners. You were like, don't talk about your footballs.
NWA's over.
Is it over?
It's never over.
Is it over? Is the NWA over? I mean, it's finished for today.
Ali Price, Scotland rugby union player, was born in Kings Lynn. That makes sense.
Great. About right. To be honest, it would take anybody that's got a granny at this point. So, Apollo has joined the Cody Club, hasn't he? Not the Bullet Club, though. He's not part of that. He's got no last name.
No.
They should
Apollo now.
They should take Mick by naming him Apollo Rhodes.
Do you just want to talk over each other, or do you want to take times?
I mean, I'll go first.
Okay.
Bit like Cher, Bono, and Madonna, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's your turn now.
Moses. All those people.
Yeah, they should
Jesus.
take Mick by naming him Apollo Rhodes.
China.
Yeah. What? Why?
Just to get on at Cody, because, you know.
Oh, God, sorry. That literally took me far longer than I'm proud to admit. Yeah, it's because of that man who shot all the kids in it.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. Well, his name was CIUZ, which I assume means that Senator Ted Cruz plans to change his name as well. And Terry Crews, who they actually got the name off of, is now winding people up on Twitter by going, yeah, I had talks with WWE as well, but then they didn't want to bring me in, so they gave my name to this guy.
Oh.
Yeah. So how's he going to say Cruz can't lose going forward?
It's probably not, is it?
Apollo can't swallow?
Them rumours are not some that shit, but I don't think we can.
Sorry, have I ruined that for you?
I mean, he's not dead.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I don't know. He's free to do what he likes.
I mean, for legal reasons.
I didn't say he does.
We don't know if he does spit or swallow.
I assume he takes in a lot of protein.
Or if he even has the opportunity to spit or swallow.
Right. Well, I mean, Carlito used to have that T-shirt that said, "Do you spit or swallow?" Didn't he?
Yeah.
Remember Trish Stratus sort of whispered in her. She was like, whatever. I do with that.
What do you think she said?
Well, she definitely said swallow, didn't she? Because it went, now that's cool, instead of going, ugh.
Yeah, now I need to get a tissue. He didn't say that, did
She
it?
whispered in his ear, "You're supposed to be 100 feet away from me."
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Remember that was leading towards Trish Stratus's retirement, by the way. See, some people don't remember that Trish Stratus was in a romantic angle with Carlito on the way to retirement, but I do. And that's the tormented life I lead every day. Every day.
Is that because you wish you were in the relationship with Trish when she was about to retire?
Well, I wouldn't have said no.
You think Billy Kidman's gutted? You know, like he saw Tori Wilson.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I'll stop you right there. Yeah.
Do you think Vince
he's
made
gutted. He's gutted before even the Tori Wilson thing because he's wakes up in the morning. He's like, oh, I'm still Billy Kidman. Oh no.
Do you think his alarm clock's his old entrance theme?
Nah.
I mean, he's always got it up here, hasn't he, though?
Yeah. He's why this is the second time we're talking about Billy Kidman having Tori Wilson in the wank bank.
Well, he has.
Is that swear?
I don't know.
I think
yeah,
it is.
probably. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's my second strike. I forgot the jar this week. It was an Uncle Ben's jar, and I changed the Ben to Dan. Ruined it. Move on. Raw Gauntlet. God damn it! What have you written?
I don't know your money.
Raw Gauntlet.
He will read anything that's put on the teleprompter.
Yeah, that is true. ... space. That is true. No, the Raw, the longest match in WWE history was on Raw.
Okay.
Go on, go on. Say
Well,
what you're
I'm
desperate to say.
Probably a hardcore match that the
Yeah.
24 hour. It was defended 24/7. So
Yeah, they're not really matches, though, are they?
What
That
do you
don't
mean?
count.
What do you
That
mean?
don't, well, it's not a match, is it? It don't count.
I don't understand.
Each individual encounter isn't a match.
So is this not each individual encounter in this is not a match?
Well, like, this is all one match because it was defined as such and it had defined participants.
Well, everyone was defined participant, weren't they?
Well, so that's why it's not a match. It's an encounter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's...
How long did Seth Rollins last?
Well, I mean, you'd have to ask that woman who sent his picture of his... Oh, no, you mean in the match? Well over 55 minutes.
He's got the record now for the longest.
Thanks for
in
asking
the
that
ring.
without like checking if I'd like got the
sorry.
numbers or something. Cheers. If only we had someone with a computer, maybe two in front of him. Dan's got two in front of him. One of them's an expensive laptop. Same one as one of
Football
the...
Manager on one of them.
Yeah, he probably is, yeah.
No, I turned Football Manager off. I'm a professional.
Yeah.
I've got Sky Sports in the
Playing
background.
as Man United, so does that
No,
really count?
actually, no. I'm halfway
Yeah.
through my season with Sheffield Wednesday. I'll have you know.
That's all right then.
I bought Max Christiansen from Hoffenheim.
Good old Max.
Yeah.
Why don't you buy Max Power? I
I had the option, but Max Christensen was higher rated.
Coward.
Anyway,
Coward.
we're not doing football talk today.
How many times has John Cena lost clean in a televised match in 10 years? In over
About
10 years.
3.
Wrong. It's a lot more than that.
20.
Less than that.
15.
15.
Boom.
15, boom. And one of them was on Raw. Off of losing that match to that man that he lost the match to. Who I remember.
We're hitting a bit of a lull already. I'm trying to find it out as well now.
What are you trying to find out?
How long Seth Rollins was in there for?
Yeah.
Let's just say an hour
I can
and
tell you
move
now,
on.
it's 65 minutes.
Right.
So, and
So he's
yeah.
like a minute above Rey
So, hang
Mysterio.
on. Impromptu game.
What do you mean a minute above Rey Mysterio?
Excuse me, I'm doing an impromptu game.
Okay, go on then.
Okay. Who has John Cena lost clean to on television? There's 15 losses.
There's 15 losses.
15 losses.
Elias.
No, not clean, according to this.
Shawn
Huh.
Michaels.
Yes.
Boom.
One. One to Daryl.
AJ Styles.
Yes. One to Dan. They're counting pay-per-views.
Are we counting pay-per-view?
Yeah, for some reason it says, which actually, if anything, shows you how that's only 15 losses in 10 years.
I have really
The Rock.
I have really poor
Yes.
memory.
Two one to Dan.
Does the Miz count on it?
Nope.
Yeah. This is going to take for ages.
That's fine. Yeah, keep going.
Jericho. Triple
No.
H.
Yes.
Brock Lesnar.
2-2. Yep. 3-2.
CM Punk.
Never a clean loss to CM Punk according to this. This might be wrong.
Alberto Del Rio.
Yes, there is a clean loss to Alberto Del Rio. That was Hell in a Cell
Yeah.
2015. You remember that weird match where he just showed up with, what's his name? The old
Seb
fella on the
Cole,
bike. That's him.
Is it what's the time frame again? Is it just
In the last 10 years, since 2007.
okay?
So just over 10 years.
Great Khali?
Yes.
Oh.
4-3 to Dan.
Umaga.
No.
It was early 2007 when he had.
I'll give you a clue. 3 of them.
King Booker.
No, he never lost to
No,
King.
that were-
No,
Dead.
never lost to King. 3 of them came in the last 2 years.
Randy Orton?
No, never a single clean loss to Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Oh, this is difficult. Trying to fill a bit of times it's not silent.
There's one I don't think you'll get, which is someone that's actually on the list up there. Have a look at the list up there.
RVD, Jack Swagger, Rey Mysterio, Big Show, Great Khali.
There you go, Big Show. Yes, Big Show.
Mark Henry.
No, nothing was clean to Mark Henry. They didn't actually have many matches. Maybe 2.
Daniel Bryan.
Yes, Daniel Bryan. I think it's 5-4 to Dan now.
Okay.
All right.
Let's just
2 of them were on SmackDown last year.
Sammy. No, he didn't lose to Sami Zayn.
No, he did not.
I've said Kevin Owens already.
He said Kevin Owens. Yep.
Oh, Braun Strowman. No,
he's never been on SmackDown.
he hasn't, has he?
At least not as a single.
Bray Wyatt.
No clean losses to Bray Wyatt.
Kane.
No.
Did he ever wrestle James Ellsworth?
No, but if only. I have something to say about James Ellsworth in a moment, but
He
okay.
didn't win the NWA World Title.
No, but I do have something to
Okay.
say about him in a moment. It's information. Right.
Just-
I'm giving you both one more guess. Daryl. Someone on SmackDown. Major name on SmackDown.
Major name on SmackDown.
Yes.
Dolph Ziggler.
No, major name, you.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
There you go. Dan wins 6-4. The other one was Dean Ambrose.
I'll take that loss because that was funny to get your reaction.
Dean Ambrose was another one. And he's actually got 2 losses to Triple H as well. 2 clean losses to Triple H.
I said Triple H.
Yeah, I know.
So what
You
do
got
I
it.
got 2 points for
Okay, so you won 6-5 instead
That's
of
right
6-4.
then.
Well
That's right
done.
then.
Congratulations. Child. What? James Ellsworth has created his own belt. That's his own belt there. It's a picture of it.
That's his belt. I
Yep,
saw
that's
that on
his belt.
Instagram, but didn't click onto it.
Can you describe the belt for me, please,
Is it an
Daryl?
intergender championship? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
What colour is it?
It's blue and pink.
Blue and pink. James Ellsworth's Intergender Championship. He's basically nicking the old Kaufman gimmick.
Fair play.
Yeah, why not? That's
Yeah.
what he's most famous for. A bunch of WWE mid-carders are making half what they made 8 years ago. And there's a big picture of Kurt Hawkins looking sad.
Okay.
Kurt Hawkins topped the Goldberg streak in reverse.
There
He's
you go.
now 0-175.
Good lad.
So they're bringing Goldberg in.
What,
Is
to
he going to get put?
go over?
Yeah, no, it's put Kurt Hawkins over.
Yeah, that's never happening.
Yeah, why not? Right. Well, speaking of... Well, I suppose Goldberg doesn't really tie, but speaking of bad records, speaking of the bad things, we had a poll on Twitter, didn't we?
Yeah,
We gave the fans the choice, as we completely promised to
Did we
do.
actually do this?
yeah, it did.
Yeah, we actually did do this, yeah. And here's... Do you want the final results of the poll?
Yeah.
I gave people 24 hours for it, and the final results was 33% for worst ever champions, but the winner was 67% least good title holders. So this is our least good title holders show.
Oh,
Which
we've really shafted listeners here, haven't we?
I know we really have a bit.
We've Cyber Sundayed it, haven't we?
We've completely. Remember that time that Cyber Sunday had a picture of CM Punk on the poster and then he didn't get voted in?
Yeah.
Oh, you're popular. Oh, I want to tag with Kofi Kingston and win the tag team champion. No one wants to see it, mate. He's trying to pipe up a fight with Floyd Mayweather, by the way.
It's never going to happen. Never going to happen.
Not going to happen, but I wish it would.
Do you?
Yeah, but I wish that was Floyd Mayweather's only MMA fight. And he was like, I can't be bothered with Conor. No tar. Because he'd still beat CM Punk.
Do you think?
Yes, definitely I do.
Well,
What are you shaking your head?
I don't think
wait,
you would.
Wait.
Are you-
An MMA fight?
Hold on. Whoa.
Is it an MMA fight or a boxing match?
You think that Floyd Mayweather would lose to CM Punk?
Wait,
In an MMA fight,
You're not-
yeah.
Answer, is it MMA or boxing?
It's still CM
Is it
Punk.
MMA or boxing?
It's MMA.
So
You think that CM Punk would win?
I think he'd have a good chance.
Oh, right, okay, but do you think he would win?
He's a legit blue belt.
But do you think... Is he, though?
yeah.
Is he, though?
Yeah.
Is he
He's
legit,
at a
though?
proper training camp, isn't he? So like, and he's got blue belt.
Oh, he's got... Oh, right, no one would hand him that.
Yeah,
You think he
I
would
don't
beat
think-
Floyd Mayweather in any sort of fight?
Not in any sort of fight. If it were a boxing match, Floyd
Okay.
Mayweather absolutely.
Okay,
paced him.
what? Right. At least I'll give you at least that you're going. Oh, he might win. Why are you so saying that CM Punk's going to win?
Because I'd say you put any boxer in an MMA fight, I'd give the advantage to the MMA guy.
He's not an MMA fighter. He's a wrestler. 0 significant strikes.
Yeah, but as
0. How many?
the same amount as Mayweather in an MMA fight. He's got
Right.
the same amount of strikes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Right,
So they're
so-
both starting at 0,
Yeah.
even though CM Punk's been in.
But it's not all about striking, is it?
Well, of course it's not.
Yeah, it's
No,
still like.
You just duck the punch, wouldn't you?
Have you
Take him
seen
down.
CM
Well,
Punk
no,
try
no,
to
let-
do a punch?
Yeah, he won't have to punch.
Well, he can't just
would
fly. He can't just like Inoki and fly in with slide tackles, can he?
Why can't he?
Because that's not how MMA
He'll lay on his
works.
back and just
Yeah,
kick him in the
it
leg.
is.
No, it's not. No,
Yes, it is.
it's not.
He can lay on his back.
Well, he could.
Referee will
Not
stand. Referee will
Well,
stand
he'd
him
get
up.
stood up,
but-
wouldn't he?
Yeah, but you can come in and lay on your back. Like John
Fabricio
Jones used to
Verdum-
start every fight like on with one hand on the floor.
But you've got to
Then
like.
he couldn't get.
Yeah, but it's only
kicked
one
in the
hand, isn't it? You've got to stand up otherwise.
Yeah, so like
I-
he could just
that-
go in low. He can go in low.
It's still-
that doesn't
it's
cost
still-
his grounded opponent anymore either in the new
It's still
rules.
No,
nah,
they can go in
I
low.
don't know why. I certainly don't know why you would go. Yeah, I'll give the advantage to the MMA fighter. He's not an MMA fighter.
I will give the advantage to a grappler over a striker.
But he's not a grappler. He's a fake pretend wrestler man.
Yeah, but in this context, from what we know, he's got more grappling experience than Mayweather.
Right.
There's no rumours come out or nothing where he's had any kind of grappling training at all.
Right.
So
Mayweather hasn't been down the local Gracie Barra. He's doing Gracie Academy.
whereas CM Punk on a daily basis is going to MMA gym and training. So even if CM Punk is a 2 out of 10 at jiu-jitsu or whatever, Mayweather's a 0 out of 10. So unless Mayweather gets a punch before Punk gets there,
Right. Who's faster, do you reckon?
probably Mayweather.
Well, there you go then.
What do you mean?
Just punch him in the face.
So let's say he gets a punch,
Yeah.
but then Punk doesn't go down from it, and he's
Well,
got
it's
him.
not-
He's
it's not
got him
gonna
then.
happen.
He's got him
It's
then.
not going to happen. It's not going to happen,
Takes
is
him
it?
down and taps him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right. What? Use the Anaconda
still,
Vice?
still undefeated, still undisputed.
It won't
It's
happen.
normally arm
Not
triangles with boxers. They're like the 2 or 3 fights I've seen a boxer versus an MMA fighter. It's always been.
But
arm
it's not
triangles.
against an MMA fighter. Can we stop pretending as an MMA fighter?
He's more of an
please?
MMA fighter than Mayweather is.
0 significant strikes.
Yeah, but he's had one professional fight,
So?
so he's more of an MMA fighter than
No, he's
Mayweather.
not.
He
No.
is.
He's a licensed
We're just
MMA
gonna-
fighter.
Right, okay. and if we go to a little gym, we can be a licensed MMA fighter.
You
Doesn't
don't,
mean
you don't
we're
have
an
to get
MMA
licensed
fighter.
in England.
Well, there you go
have
then.
to go to an American gym to do it.
Well, okay. Well, if we went to an American gym, then
They actually judge you.
oh,
See if
play a record. Play it. We'll talk about the least good champions after this.
The Royal Grumble Podcast. He's fertile. Remember that.
He's gonna win the Royal Rumble! Yeah, the British Bulldog! I've got a history in Royal Rumbles! And tonight, I'm gonna remake history by winning this next Royal Rumble! Tonight, because I'm bizarre! I'm bizarre! I'm bizarre!
So, who's the least worst, least good? Who's a bad world champion? That's what we're talking about because that's what you voted for. The least good. Did I write the least worst? You guys fill whilst I check what I did.
If someone's the least worst,
That would be the best. Yeah, I'm starting to worry that I might have written.
I mean, there is a name up there that we can start with if you want that I would consider one of the best.
okay,
Go for it.
Jack Swagger.
it's fine. Don't worry. I wrote least good, so he does
Oh,
also
least
fall
good.
into this. Yes, good. So least good world champions. Are we starting with Jack Swagger then?
Why not? We've said his name.
Yeah, we've said him out loud now.
Yeah.
So I assume we're talking about his 5-star wrestling world championship reign.
Is he the world champion?
I don't think it's a world champion if you've only been to like Sheffield
I thought
and
John Morrison or John
yeah, he
Hennigan-
was lost it.
Did he? Oh.
I don't think they even brought him back after that either. Oh no, tell
Is he called Johnny 5-star?
You should.
No, but she should. That'd be a better name, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you some quick facts about the Jack Swagger title reign?
Yeah,
I
go
actually
on.
have notes on this one.
Go on.
He won the title on March the 30th, 2010.
It was the week after WrestleMania.
He tried to cash in on Raw, but then changed his mind when he realised Cena wasn't as hurt as he thought he was, and then the next night cashed in on SmackDown. He held the title until June 20th when he lost it to Rey Mysterio in a fatal 4-way match.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So really, it weren't his fault he lost it, because he had multiple contenders.
Well,
in the match.
he beat Chris Jericho for the title, who had been speared by Edge.
Yeah.
Because this was during the Edge Jericho feud. So his first title defense was in a triple threat match against Edge and Jericho, where he wasn't the focus of the match. The entire match was based around the fact that Edge and Jericho hate each other so much they missed out on winning the title.
Yeah, I imagine the focus of the match was the World Heavyweight title, weren't it? Being a World Heavyweight title match like that.
So not Jack Swagger then.
Well, no, it's the championship, isn't it? The championship's most important.
So it's the belt, not the man.
Yeah.
So, but on WWE, always saying that titles don't matter, and it's all about the characters.
No. Have you? Do you not know about the NWA? It's all about the £10 of gold, mate.
Okay.
So like Jack Swagger's just
That
following.
was a long time before this.
Yeah, well, the
Carry on, Bob.
NWA's coming back. Shall we do the NWA?
No, God, no.
So also in this time, he dropped a lot of the sillier parts of his character and tried to be more serious. So the
it's
stuff
a bit
that kind of
annoying,
made
isn't
him popular, they got rid of.
Who is he popular with, Dan? Do you know
Daryl.
anyone?
When he used to do the push-ups on the ramp.
Yeah,
That was
he stopped
funny.
doing that. He stopped beating his chest and stuff.
And just doing a jog.
Yeah,
Just around
and
ring when he
he
got
just
into
became
it.
all serious and stone-faced.
Yeah.
It was literally, it was like a switch being pressed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I remember the minute he pinned him, he just stood up and was like, yeah, I'm serious. It was like it passed from Jericho into him. It's like he caught what Jericho had. He's got
Y2 AIDS.
by two Jades, obviously. Sounds better.
But he had another title defense before losing the title. He retained by DQ over the Big Show at Over the Limit. He got himself intentionally DQ'd in that match.
Yes.
So his title reign included a match where he wasn't the main focus but was the champion, a DQ victory over DQ loss with the Big Show where he retained the title, and then lost the title next month to Rey Mysterio in a 4-way.
I don't see anything wrong with this.
Yeah.
I think you're
And
victimising him.
They did everything to change his character, and he just became a different person from the guy he was before. That was actually as much as you made that joke.
Soaring eagle.
Yeah, not during this though, did he?
No, that was
No, 'cause
No.
that
Oh,
was-
well, they were rubbish then. Move on.
exactly. That was a bit fun.
yeah. All the stuff that was kind of fun about him, they got rid of and just made him he's that guy over there with belt.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. It really did feel like he just basically, it's like some kind of inhaling thing where he inhaled Chris Jericho's persona. He came out in a suit. He was like serious faced, trying to say words, which let's be clear, he can't say. I mean,
they gave him a name.
They gave
He
him
can't
the name.
pronounce-
They gave him dark suits to hide the saliva dripping down it.
Swagger. I'll just wipe your microphone there.
But yeah, it was a very underwhelming title reign.
Thoughts, Daryl?
I enjoyed it.
Did you? I'm actually serious because I imagine you must have been like, oh my God, that's great. And then once they took everything that you liked about him, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I hated it.
I
I'm
imagine
not surprised.
for you, his career peaked in the minute and a half it took him to unhook the briefcase.
Yeah, it didn't get much better than that, did
That's
it?
a conservative estimate.
Jumping up and down, going, "Come on, he's going to
We
do
like
it!" He's
we
gonna
like
do
telling
it."
the story that we were at your house watching WrestleMania live, WrestleMania 26, and Swagger's struggling to get this briefcase, and you're panicking, going, "He can't get it down! He can't get it down! He can't get it down! He can't hook it!" Eventually, he figured out a normal clip.
Do you think while he was getting it down, he was struggling? Do you think Vince was on the headset to the referee saying, "Look, just let anybody else win it. Tell him to get down. Tell him to get down. He can't do it."
Get MVP up there.
I can't remember who else was in the match. I'm going to find out who else was in the match whilst you talk.
So we give another thing, 'cause that's one of the more recent ones on this list, I think.
A lot of them are quite recent, to be fair.
I think the earliest one on here, I'm going to jump in with this one, the Big Show's first title reign. 1999 at Survivor Series.
Oh, not his WCW title reign where he won his first match.
Well, that was the Giant. That was a
different person. Sorry, silly me.
Did he
That was
lose it
Andre
in
the
his first
Giant's son.
defense?
Possibly.
I think he might have lost it in his first defence.
Yeah,
Probably.
but you're saying
But yeah.
something. Wait, just slow down a minute. You're saying something there that we've not actually discussed on the air. So you need to tell the listeners the rule.
The rule we have for this is you have to have defended your title at least once, and by have a title defence. You can lose in your first defence, but it can't be you win the title and then straight away someone cashes in Money in the Bank, or you've relinquished the title without defending it. We're not counting those people, so no Vince Russo.
Yeah,
and then
Shame.
we're also not including David Arquette. Because for storyline reasons,
boring.
well, it's just obvious.
It was a dumb storyline, but it made sense and it's
I
obvious.
figured it out from that match, right? Other people in the match. Drew McIntyre. Dolph Ziggler. What? This is just like a who's who of who would never have won this match, the more that you look at it. Kane. Kofi Kingston. Matt Hardy. Montel Vontavious Porter. Shelton Benjamin, and coming in with a red dot over his face, it's Christian. Did I mention Drew McIntyre already?
Yeah.
And Evan Bourne, did I mention him?
No.
Yeah, too small though, innit? So.
So yeah, the Big Show's first title reign. So the Big Show won the title at Survivor Series on November 14th, 1999.
Who did he
was Triple H and The Rock. He was the replacement for Steve Austin after he got run over.
Yeah.
So he won the title, and that was the highlight of his thing. So before this title victory, he was feuding with the Big Boss Man. You might remember that.
Yeah.
Because, his dad dying and...
Where did the funeral ride occur? Was it before or after he won the belt? The ride on the...
I think it was before. But they concluded their feud after he won the title.
Yeah, because he defended it at Royal Rumble, did he, against him?
No, he didn't defend it at Royal Rumble. He defended it at Armageddon against
okay.
him. Because he lost it before the Royal Rumble. That was his only title defense, a lackluster match against the Big Boss Man, before losing it to Triple H on January 3rd, 2000. For a guy who kind of been built up and then dropped down a bit, they gave him the title for no reason whatsoever. It was literally just so Triple H didn't pin The Rock yet. And it was just pointless. And one of many underwhelming Big Show title reigns.
It led up to the year 2000. That was a pretty good year.
So,
no?
I quite.
Do you want to pick one of them?
Big Show, to be honest.
Well, wasn't that around the time that Triple H had married Stephanie or was feuding with Stephanie or something?
Stephanie was in Triple H's corner at 2000, wasn't she?
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, when Big Show won the title, wasn't it like what a lot of people thinking Test was going to win it?
Probably, yeah, because it was around that time when all that
it was a more natural fit. In case you're interested, yes, he is still dead.
I think you should pick one from the list next.
I should pick one for the list. Yes, I'm going to build up to that one. Right, we've got these two on the list at the same. Well, actually, I tell you what, I'll go for the early one.
RVD, yeah, Rob Van Dam.
That's one of Dan's, isn't it? RVD.
It is one of Dan's.
He won the title on June 11th, 2006 at One Night Stand against John Cena in the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Good match, memorable match.
He won the WWE title there and then was awarded the ECW title as part of it as well.
Yep.
He did that great promo where he got asked which one he wanted to keep. Well, I like the ECW title because it means a lot to me. This one spins.
Yeah, it was like, this is everything I've ever worked for. I'm going to keep this one too. Because look, it spins. Whee!
So he defended the title once or twice on ECW TV. Never got to defend it properly on pay-per-view.
No. Why was that?
Well, what happened is on July 3rd, Edge cashed in his Money in the Bank and beat him on Raw for it. And really, his title reign, he did nothing. Yeah,
what?
Edge cashed in Money in the Bank and beat RVD for the title.
No, he didn't.
Did he?
No, you've made that up in your head.
Who beat?
Because how could Edge have had a Money in the Bank if Rob Van Dam was the Money in the Bank winner?
Well, he was the SmackDown one, wasn't he?
No, he's...
Who beat
Did
him?
you do any research, Dan?
Yeah, I did. He lost it to Edge.
He did lose it to Edge. Here's what happened, because I remember it, because I'm like pseudo-autistic like that. So, they were due to have a match at the next pay-per-view. It was going to be Rob Van Dam versus Edge versus John Cena. However, Rob Van Dam got busted for smoking the ganja. So on the Monday night...
my God, what was that?
Rob Van Dam came out and said, hey, I'm a fighting champion. I'm going to fight you both in this same... I want that match to happen tonight. It might even have been Saturday night's main event that they were due to have the match. In fact, there you go. So, Monday night, he loses the title to Edge in a triple threat match where Lita cheats to help Edge win. Tuesday night, he loses the match to the Big Show because he says to the Big Show's like, oh, Lord, we're going to fight for the title. He's like, I accept the match. And Paul Heyman's like, oh, don't do it, Rob Van Dam. He's like, I'm gonna fight Big Show anyway. So Big Show comes out and Paul Heyman he's got him beat, and Paul Heyman comes out to do the count like he did at One Night Stand, but actually Heyman counts to 2 and he stands up. And it's like, oh no, it's the Philly Screwjob, as they tried to tell it. Yeah. And Big Show wins the ECW Championship, and Rob Van Dam gets suspended the next day. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Thank you.
So, like, the reason I added this one to the list was because RVD was...
What are you saying?
Is he a Vulcan? He's going to go and get a book?
No, Rob Van Dam is half Vulcan, half... I had to go and get a book from home.
But, yeah, I added him to this list because after all the build-up to him finally winning his first world title, he threw it away himself. It wasn't even lackluster booking. He was an idiot and got caught driving and smoking with Sabu.
He ruined ECW.
Yeah, I mean, he killed ECW.
But do you know the funny thing about this? Who was Big Show's first challenger for the ECW title?
Ric Flair?
No. Oh, although yes, but I mean, like his
that
first
was his best
pay-per-view
title defense,
opponent.
by the way.
I don't know.
Sabu. Sabu was just like, yeah, that's fine. They expected it of him. Well done,
yeah,
Rob.
so it was very disappointing.
The most disappointing about this, wasn't it like, what year was it? 2011?
2006.
2006. Well, okay, sorry. So like 5 years after like he was hot in 2001, and he got inserted into that triple threat title match because he was that over, and his title reign came too late, and he still managed to mess it up and kill the ECW brand for a lot of people. Till someone else did that again later.
Daryl, your turn.
No, not Daryl. He didn't do it. I know.
Do you want to talk about JBL?
Oh, do we have to? Is this not like a slightly stereotypical choice?
It kind of is, but also think about it. Justin Hawk Bradshaw.
So you mean Blackjack Bradshaw?
Blackjack Bradshaw. Bradshaw of APA.
Don't you mean one of the acolytes?
Yeah.
I've got an A on my chest. I drew it on with charcoal.
He's WWE champion. Former WWE champion, mate.
Yeah.
He got the Jinder Mahal push before it was the Jinder Mahal push.
Exactly. It was the JBL push back then.
Yeah,
he literally just
he
one
had a
day.
faction, though, didn't he?
Well, he literally just one day
cabinet.
goes to Ron Simmons. I'm not your tag
How many
partner
factions
anymore.
are named after furniture?
I can't think of any others, mate.
No. I mean, there's the 4 Deskmen, but you know that was good.
Yeah.
That work? No.
No.
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
So yeah,
the chair people.
well, Parker's the chairman of the board. Did he ever have a stake?
There you go, chairman. The chairman.
Okay, so JBL were WWE champion, and they had a cabinet, which were the Basham brothers and Orlando Jordan.
And Amy Weber for a week before she was like, JBL touched me. He probably did. For legal reasons, I can't say that.
Allegedly.
No.
And he had a never-ending feud with Undertaker.
Yeah.
Which I think had one memorable moment for me, which was when Undertaker, I don't know if he last ride or chokeslammed me through the roof of the limo.
Yeah, I think he chokeslammed. It wasn't the last ride match.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe it wasn't a limo, maybe it was a hearse thing.
Yes, possibly.
Yeah. Not even that memorable. I can't remember what vehicle it was.
Yeah.
See,
probably both happened.
There's a certain part of the JBL title reign that I absolutely love for how silly it was.
Okay.
And that is his promo in Japan on when they did SmackDown from Japan.
Did you like his antics in Germany?
When they did a whole comedy thing where he accidentally got shot by a tranquilizer dart. And he came to the ring with an inflatable dinosaur, pretending to be like under the influence of these tranquilizers.
I remember that.
Yeah, pretending to be drunk, calling Big Show, saying he's a big dinosaur, he's like Barney, and trying to wrestle this dinosaur, dropping his trousers down to his ankles.
So hold on, you liked it when he went to Japan and wrestled a huge dinosaur?
Yeah, because it was silly. And then it turned out to be a big
Godzilla's a huge dinosaur, isn't he?
Yeah.
JBL's taking mick out of Japanese.
Yeah.
And it led...
Dan likes racism.
It led
Headline
to
news.
Can we call the show Dan Likes Racing?
No,
well, like one of our old titles, no?
Yeah.
No?
It led to a barbed wire cage match.
Where he fell through the ring.
Yeah, because it was a pretty bloody match.
It's barbed wire cage
Yeah.
at the top.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so if you
it had a
to climb
rubbish
out...
finish.
Sorry?
It had a rubbish finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a rubbish finish, but then it kind of made sense for JBL to win that way. And I felt like he was protected quite well
How
for
did
his
you feel
title
about
reign,
him
so
goose stepping in Germany?
that was bad.
Yeah.
That was silly. But
silly.
Yeah.
Silly is maybe
It
the
was silly.
understatement of the...
I can't say the actual phrase I want to say about it.
Well,
I ain't going to change
You
for
could,
Joe.
but you were. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he was a bad champion.
Yeah.
I think he's a bad person. He's a terrible person.
Okay, you know what?
But-
I'll give him that.
No, he's an awful choice as champion.
No, because his
No,
title reign was really it was quite good.
Graham was right, which I will never ever say again. He's Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
He got the Jinder Mahal push, but I felt like he did such a good job over his period of thing when he finally lost the title.
No, you're grading him on a curve. He's not a good champion. He's a good champion for JBL.
No, because he was the right guy to
He's
beat
Blackjack
Eddie.
Bradshaw.
Yeah,
I like the new Blackjacks, and I don't want him as champion.
I felt by the time he beat Eddie, I could believe it. I could believe him in main event spot, and then
Because he
over
won
his
the
title
title by
reign.
hitting corners. Oh, I
Yeah.
hit the corner. Look at
Yeah,
me.
but in that way, he was booked kind of right for a champion in that position where he's sneaking out with the title each time. So then when someone eventually beats him, which was John Cena, when John Cena beat him, it meant a lot because this is the guy who would escape with the title so many times, and John Cena was the one to beat him. So for that reason, I'd say he's a good champion.
No, he's a poor choice.
And it was a rubbish match as well at WrestleMania 21. You could have had someone better that would have had a better match, and you'd have remembered that match, whereas really people only remember that it happened.
Yeah, if you notice, they never show any highlights. They just show the bit where John Cena jumps into the crowd with the belt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's literally it, yeah. Because it was terrible.
And JBL stayed at that level for a while afterwards, whereas we're already seeing Jinder on the downfall.
JBL didn't stay at that level. He didn't get anywhere near that level. He ended up feuding a little bit with John Cena for 1 month. Then he feuded
became
with
the
Batista
guy.
for
He became
another
the guy
month.
champions would have their first defense against.
Right.
So he's always around the top.
So he's Kane.
Yeah.
He's Kane. So that's what you're saying.
Somebody else on the list is-
He's a good champion because he's Kane. Let's look at Kane, shall we? Kane, former world heavyweight and WWF for one night champion. Now, the WWF reign doesn't count because he lost it the night after he gained it.
I thought he does count.
No, he does count because it was a title defense where he lost it. So
What?
that reign does count, but it's hard to.
Well, either way, we're not talking about it because
Yeah.
I don't care. It was just basically what happened was they booked a first blood match, then realised 5 minutes before, oh, we can't actually have Austin win. Okay, well, have Kane win, but have Austin just win back. That'll do. Next. Kane had a world championship in 2011. That's too late to have the world championship.
We've covered one of these matches. You weren't here 1 week. Me
yeah.
and Dan did.
And the Kane
Hell
against
in-
The Undertaker.
Yeah, was it
from
Hell in a Cell with
Yeah.
Paul Bearer?
Have you noticed, by the way, there's a string of these? Like, these are all following on from one another. Because who did Kane beat to win the World Heavyweight Championship?
Jack Swagger.
No.
No,
Because someone else beat Jack Swagger. Who
Rey
beat?
Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a horrible chain of terrible. Kane won the Money in the Bank match, and then later that night cashed it in on Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
And had the worst feud with his brother. Which, considering how many feuds he's had with his brother, was impressively bad.
Yeah, because I remember in the build-up to watching that match, I was like, oh, we got Kane and Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. Why don't I remember that? Now I know why I don't remember
'cause
that.
It was really bad.
It
He also
was
had a feud
terrible.
with Edge where Paul Bearer... Paul Bearer didn't actually die at that time, and he's dead now, but I didn't kill him, so it's fine.
That was the one where Edge kidnapped him.
He
yeah.
threw in a meat locker. It did at least
Was he
give
like
us...
the butler off of Tomb
He's in
Raider?
the follow of Tomb Raider, yeah. Lock him in the freezer. Yeah. That's the summation of Kane's World Championship reign, where he
Yeah.
lost it to Edge.
Who should I go for next?
Rey Mysterio seems to tie in
No.
best, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, let's talk about Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, let's
but
talk-
It's not that title reign we're going to talk about, though, is it?
No, although that one wasn't great, but it was better than his first one.
Yeah, his first title
Which
reign.
one are we talking about?
His first title reign, which he won
Oh, Eddie.
as sorry your mate's died, here's a belt.
Oh, yeah.
If only they had someone that was related to Eddie in the company at the
I
time.
mean, they did give him the ECW belt.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, as a heel.
Yeah, so Rey
Boo, you're
Mysterio's
doing
first
all
title
Eddie's
reign.
spots in tribute to your fallen uncle. I was going to say the bad word.
So yeah, Ray won the title at WrestleMania from Randy
Kurt
Orton
Angle was the champion.
Kurt Angle champion. Randy
Because
Orton.
remember, Kurt Angle came over to SmackDown,
Yes.
won that Battle Royal, had a really good match with The Undertaker, had a really bad match prior to that with Mark Henry.
So did Rey Mysterio win the Royal Rumble, then put his thing up on the line against Randy Orton?
Against No Way Out and
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
Because Randy Orton pulled the ropes or something, and Teddy Long was like, I can't change the match, player, but I can sure add to the match, player. You win the World Championship match, player.
I'm pretty sure you don't have the power to change the match.
Yeah.
What's the point of you, Teddy, if you can't change the match?
He can't take Randy Orton out, but he can put Rey Mysterio in.
He tried to make it a tag team match and then check the rules. Like, I can do other matches too.
3 will
Right.
do. 3 will do.
So yeah, he won it at WrestleMania and then was constantly booked as the underdog champion, meaning he got beat surprisingly a lot for a guy who had the world title.
Yeah, it wasn't that surprising, though, was it? Look how small he is.
So in a feud with JBL, he got he got beat by Great Khali and Mark Henry on episodes of SmackDown.
In successive episodes of SmackDown, I add.
They just had him beat up the entire time, and then eventually he did beat JBL, but then the month after he lost to King Booker on July 23rd. So his title reign lasted 3 or 4 months, but for that entire reign, he had about 2 victories.
He beat Randy Orton, who had been suspended at that point, and then they did an angle where Kurt Angle broke his leg.
Yeah.
Good.
But it was just it was one of those as well where they built up a lot, and then by the time he won the title, they were like, well, what do we do here? And just kind of had him do what he always did, which was lose against big guys. And
he didn't even beat Sabu.
Oh yeah, they did.
They had a World Heavyweight Championship match at ECW One Night Stand. That's often forgotten. That Rob Van Dam One Night Stand. They had a World Heavyweight Championship match that went to a double no contest.
Yeah, because that's the thing that happened in ECW.
ECW One Night Stand. Yeah, well done, lads.
Yeah, he just was booked terribly throughout this, and the feuds weren't great. And
do you remember when he tried to
disappointing.
cosplay as Silver Surfer? I don't think he was champion at this point, but I just reminded myself.
I
of it.
used to enjoy his
Remember when he
WrestleMania
cosplayed
costumes.
as Joker and Jerry Lawler said
Who's
to
JR?
Jerry Lawler said to JR, oh, what do you think of Rey Mysterio's Joker? And JR said, oh, I think his chances of winning are alive and well. Hold on, JR. That's great. Yeah, just you rip dead people.
Yeah, so
Nice man.
Rey Mysterio.
He drowned poppies.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Let's not
whatever
forget
you
that.
say about JR,
He did drown poppies, though.
as a child, he was forced to go to the river and put puppies in a carrier bag.
And he talks about it now like, well, that's just what we did.
Yeah, what you did back then.
Right.
No words.
There are some words. Can we talk about... Right, you mentioned Great Khali there.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's on this list. He had a great World Championship reign. What are you talking about? He held the thing upside down.
Yeah, so in my display cabinet, which you saw when we had Royal Rumble Party, did you notice in the bottom shelf, Great Khali
Yes.
is displayed with the World Heavyweight title upside down?
I did notice that, yeah, absolutely.
When I saw it at the
fantastic.
title, that's the first thing I checked.
Obviously.
So
Yeah,
he won it in a battle royal after Batista was injured.
Yeah.
When he tore his bicep, was it?
Oh, not when he had elevated liver enzymes.
No.
Did he ever have them, or was that Lashley?
Lashley.
Okay.
Lashley.
I think
and...
he had them as well. That was that
Great Khali had them.
He had them that same time. The first Punjabi prison, he wasn't in it because he had elevated liver enzymes.
Yeah, must have been like contagious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he won it there and then eventually lost it to Batista on the 16th of September later that year.
Do you know how he lost it? He got hit with a spine buster.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't pick him up for a Batista bomb.
Yeah.
Did they learn from the Umaga mistake?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's apart from like Great Khali just being terrible in nearly every way. There's not much to say about this title reign, which is why it's so
competition.
It was literally just one of those things where they went, who can we put the title on now? Batista's the guy who injured him? Nah, Mark Henry's not a champion. Let's just put it on Great Khali.
Yeah.
Better champion than Jinder.
Yeah. Was he though?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
He's more over than Jinder. You remember when he turned up and then was like, took the title off of Jinder. I'm the world champion. And Jinder's like, excuse me, cousin, or whatever I am in storyline. Can I have my title back?
Yeah, that's the point.
On the draw.
Are them two related in storyline?
I think they are, yeah. There's some kind of relationship in storyline. I don't think
Yeah.
they mentioned it when he came back for that one night.
No, but yeah, they're
Came back
related.
on one night, never showed up again. It's
Have you
almost like they didn't think he could get Jinder over. They definitely thought he was going to overshadow him, didn't they? There's
Yeah.
no question.
By the way, we didn't mention it in the first half of the show, but WWE's just signed Malabari Shearer.
Oh, yeah, Mahabili Shearer.
Yeah.
So India's coming back, baby.
Got 2 of them now.
That's like, them.
Actually 4 of
I
them.
would say like,
What you call them? Them.
all right,
Racist.
this is going to be quite racist.
Yeah, go on.
Are you ready?
No.
I've told you before it's going to be racist. Which one is Mustafa Ali? Is he Indian?
No.
Okay,
I'm
then
pretty
let's move
confident
on.
he's Arabic.
Let's
isn't
move
he?
on then. Let's just move on.
Not Arabic, that's a language. Arabian.
Because I
So-
weren't sure what he was. Let's move on.
Good.
No, because I wasn't
no,
sure.
no, yeah,
Yeah, right. Okay.
it's fine. So
I
yeah,
appreciate the signals.
have we got anything else to mention about Great Khali?
No, nothing else to mention about the Great Khali.
I want to go for the swerves we've got in here. We've not just gone for WWE champions, have we?
Well, right. Let's go into this now. We have gone mostly for WWE champions, but let's have some who won the title in a really rubbish way.
Go on.
So Christian won his first world championship in a ladder match against Alberto Del Rio. Okay, with his mate Edge driving up in a dune buggy, and then lost it 2 days later to Randy Orton. How did Christian win that title back?
I don't know how.
He spattered Randy Orton's face at Money in the Bank 2011, which caused Randy Orton to boot him in nads and get disqualified, which meant that Christian would win the title because there was a stipulation that said Christian would win the title if Randy Orton got disqualified.
Fighting champion.
Yeah. You know, also the fighting champion,
Go on.
Abyss. Did you remember that TNA had a rule that titles could change by DQ?
Yeah, I did.
Well, no one else remembered until Vince Russo found it out in about 2000, whatever. Who cares? He had a match with Sting. A whole bunch of stuff happened. Sting got lobbed through some stuff. They hit people with stuff. But it was when Sting shoved the referee went, oh, disqualification. Abyss is the new champion because it's a rule that no one's mentioned for years. Abyss.
Yeah. So, as a rule, you're a bad champion if you won it by like DQ.
Yeah. As a rule, you're a bad champion if you're a weird, like, overweight, hardcore man in TNA, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Now,
so.
we try not to mention TNA, even though I'm literally wearing a TNA t-shirt. But one of these reigns was so bad that we had to put it in here. And this is why it links in. Why, Dan?
It's Mick Foley.
Mick Foley was a world champion in TNA. Now, to give you some perspective, Mick Foley could barely move by the time he got to TNA. And yet he and Sting had a cage match.
Sounds good.
Does it?
When we're going to review it.
Oh, God. Well, when we buy the TNA network.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so not ever.
Have you seen that Ring of Honor
No.
launched their network this week? But it's only got stuff from 2011 onwards.
Yes, good. That means I can keep selling my DVDs. Don't forget to go to eBay. Thanks for buying, guys.
Bit weird though, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
Isn't it? There'll be some weird tie-up with the rights. I bet it's like if they put something on there, someone would go, "Oh, I've got the rights to me," and then someone else would be like, "Oh, I'm Rob Feinstein. Lol, I'll pretend you said 18."
You thought Rob Feinstein would be all over something where he can connect with people online.
Yeah, I don't think he's allowed online anymore, is he?
How did they monitor that? You know when people say you're not allowed online unsupervised? How
Yeah,
would one monitor that?
stick a tag on him.
Okay.
Goes off
So he
if
buzzes
it's-
whenever he goes near speakers
Or Wi-Fi.
or Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Right, we're getting into the big hitters now. Now, these two I've lumped together because I think they belong in the same category. Daryl, you picked Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I picked Seth Rollins for the same reason.
What, that he had a little mate that were more over than him and better than him?
Yeah, and it was just a really boring, long
Yeah.
title reign that even though it probably wasn't that long, just felt like it went on forever.
Yeah, you never really felt... Well, I don't know about Seth Rollins, but with Kevin Owens at Universal title, you never really felt that he would focus at TV, did you? You never
No.
really felt that he weren't main eventer.
Yeah.
You always felt that he were going to get shunned by something more important like Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar.
Has anyone ever bothered to explain why Triple H gave him the world title? The Universal title, excuse me.
No.
No.
So we could have a lackluster match with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Cracking.
It was
Triple
just-
H could, you mean?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
It was
Good.
just pretty pointless, weren't it?
Yeah.
Because then he lost it in a really good defense to Goldberg, didn't he?
Which is a great match.
Yeah.
Obviously, a fantastic match, that one. And then he had that amazing match with Chris Jericho that was so good that Vince hated it. And then they both cried.
Good. Like the reasons I gave for why I thought JBL was a good champion,
Okay.
almost the same reasons you can give for why Seth Rollins was a bad champion, because
Why?
they kind of modelled like Seth Rollins' title reign where he'd sneak out with the title every time, except for the fact no one cared that he was champion. Like, it just got to the point where they're like, yeah, we know it's fine. He's going to cheat to win, and who gives a crap?
Yeah, it was the authority, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The authority.
And you know my
Remember
feelings.
the authority.
Yeah. Yeah, corporate
Great.
Kane. J&J Security.
Oh, God. I'd forgotten about
Anything that
JJ.
gets Jamie Noble on TV is all right by me.
Well, Seth Rollins did get pinned clean in a match during this title reign. And do you know who he got pinned clean by at Survivor Series?
No, go on.
The sole survivor for the anti-authority team was Dolph Ziggler, right? It's because it's same as it ever was. It always comes around one time or another. Now, which one of Dolph Ziggler's world title reigns shall we talk about? Shall we talk about the one where he just got handed the title and lost it later on that episode of SmackDown? Or shall we talk about the one that we saw begin?
That first one was really weird, weren't it?
So strange. Like,
Was it-
so weird.
Was that the one where they cut his hair really short as well? And like dyed it black? Or was that I was thinking of something different? Do you remember when that
They
happened?
did do that, but I don't think it was the same time.
Okay.
And this was the one where didn't the title reign last just over a month?
The
No.
second one.
The second one did, but no, I want about the first one. Like, it was really weird. Why would they gave him it? They just handed him the belt, and then he lost it that night.
Yeah, it was weird. Vicky Guerrero declared him the champion,
Yeah.
and then Edge just won it back. I think Teddy Long might have given Edge his rematch or something like that. It was one of them sort of deals.
Yeah.
Very strange.
But then
Very strange.
the second one, like as much as we all hate Dolph Ziggler, it's hard to judge him on because he got given a concussion by Jack Swagger not far into it.
Oh, there we go.
He needs to be more solid then, doesn't he?
Yeah, it needs to be
Jack
hard,
Swagger's
like-
not giving anybody else a
That's
concussion.
why he's off to Bellator.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
It's proper solid, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you think Jack Swagger would beat CM Punk?
Yeah, because he's like twice size.
Yeah, good. Thank you. I'm glad we agree on that one. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got that grappling background.
Yeah. Good. Good. Glad we agree on that one.
He's the All-American.
Yeah.
Who would win in a fight out with Jack Swagger and Mayweather?
Probably Jack Swagger.
Yeah, but why? Because they're both the same, though, aren't they? They both got the same amount of skills in MMA.
How are they?
Because they've both had no fights in MMA.
But Jack
But
Swagger's
Mayweather's had more boxing matches, mate.
Jack
so
Swagger's
so
Jack
I think
Swagger's
Mayweather-
Swagger's an actual athlete
you're saying Jack Swagger's better?
than CM Punk and Floyd Mayweather.
Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying?
At MMA, yeah.
Made him say something positive about Jack Swagger, mate.
Damn it. That's show over. And I don't mean this show, I mean I've got to leave now. Did we talk about we didn't talk about the undisputed title, the worst title of all time.
We should end on that.
No, we didn't.
No, let's talk about that very briefly. Yeah, that way Dolph Ziggler is still not the main event. Ha! Well done, Dolph. The undisputed title, the worst title of all time.
What do you mean by worst? Do you
Well,
mean,
it's not, but like it didn't have the best start, did it?
no, I quite like the design of it.
Oh, I love the belt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a
I
bit-
even quite liked it when they had both belts because it worked for the two guys that they had for it at the time. Because like
Yeah.
Jericho used to do that pros with two, so I was like, good.
yeah.
And then Triple H did it with two, and I'm like, that's
Yeah.
all right. And I kept waiting for them to bring that back when John Cena had the spinny belt,
Yeah.
and they just never did.
I think it's because they sort of drifted away from Undisputed, didn't they? They had the WWE title and the world title.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the start of the Undisputed Championship was Vengeance 2001. And
On Channel 4.
Was that on Channel 4?
Yeah, it was on Channel
Oh,
4.
right.
It was like only a month before the Channel 4 deal ran out. And here's why I remember, because first of all, I didn't have Sky. And secondly, Channel 4's deal ran out before the Royal Rumble. So Sky were having to scrape together some way in which they could put the Royal Rumble on. And that was the first show that they showed, like the first American show on box office.
Yeah.
Because they basically had to wait for the Channel 4 deal to expire, and they went, right, we can't put it on Sky Sports, but we can put it on box office. And then after that, a lot of them got put on box office.
I hate box office.
Yeah, it's awful. Do you remember when they tried to do Prem Plus?
Yeah.
Please pay to come and see Fulham against Everton. So Jericho, the first ever undisputed title match begins in a double count out.
Yeah.
I mean, not a count out, but they're both lying down, aren't they? Because Rock and Austin have knocked him around. Rock and Angle have knocked him around.
yeah.
It's Austin versus Jericho in just so bad a match. Like, it's really quite bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at that point where Austin don't really care and his neck must be bothering him. And
he's not winning.
yeah, no one thinks that Jericho's going to win. And then Booker T hits Austin in the back of the head. And he's not even employed at that point officially.
Yes. Jericho wins the belt.
Yeah. And then he has some great defenses against Austin and The Rock. One of them, the NWO, comes out and hits Austin around
Yeah.
with a 1 month build before WrestleMania. NWO versus Stone Cold Steve Austin got a 1 month build before WrestleMania, only to lead to Stone Cold against Scott Hall.
Yeah, but that's partly because Austin didn't want to play ball with Hogan.
He didn't want to play ball with Hogan, did he? But don't worry, it got better because the main event of that show was Triple H versus Chris Jericho in a who's left and who cares match.
But no, it wasn't. It was Triple H versus Stephanie in Dan's worst nightmare match.
It was Triple H versus Stephanie in a oh my god, you ran over my dog match.
Just
Great
everything
feud.
I could hate about a match.
Do you know that 2 weeks after that, do you know what match they actually had? Do you remember?
No.
Right. There was in fact, it wouldn't be the second. No, it was second undisputed. No, the first undisputed title defense for Triple H. It's a triple threat match. Who are the participants?
Obviously, Triple H.
Triple H, yep.
Jericho,
yep.
Rock.
Stephanie. Stephanie was in the match. It was a triple threat match. If Stephanie got pinned, she was gone from WWE. So she was gone for about a week or something.
Yeah.
But then, who else was popular at that time? Who was becoming megastar? The real HHH.
Hollywood Hulk
Hogan in a match that we're definitely going to review at some point. Triple H versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan at Backlash 2002 meant that Hogan won the title.
Which is mental when you think about it.
Yeah, it is a bit
absolutely
mental. Yeah.
Because, like, Triple H had just come back. Well, he came back after a year out, did he? He came back at Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Won the Royal Rumble match.
Mega over.
Yeah, mega over. He does that fake thing where he says, "Oh, I didn't think they'd cheer me," and then they got cheered. Yeah. He came back, won Royal Rumble, and then he had a rubbish match with Jericho and all that stuff. But like, you know, he won belt. Then top babyface. A month later, Hogan's back brother.
Who's the real top babyface brother?
And he's not laying down.
But Hogan's got to face someone now. He's got to face a heel. He needs a heel to work with.
Bugger Red.
Yeah, the biggest heel is Bugger Red Undertaker.
The best version of Undertaker.
The best at Judgment Day 2002, where Undertaker does the worst choke slam because Hogan wouldn't go up for it.
So let's just realise that Triple H had a month reign.
Yep.
Hogan had a month reign.
Yep.
Then he went to Undertaker.
Undertaker had a bumper 2-month reign, I think.
Yeah.
Before he lost it to The Rock, and then it got sort of all right for a bit.
Yeah.
After that, but then it wasn't undisputed after that, so that went well.
Yeah, I think once Brock won it, it went to be in the WWE.
Yeah, eventually just went, oh, Stephanie signed me to SmackDown, so Eric Bischoff went and got a briefcase with a belt in it, handed it to Triple H.
Yeah. And now we're going to review Triple H's world title reign.
Well, I was going to say two things. First off, do we have like a definitive worst champion or like one or two champions on this list who we can
Dolph
say?
Ziggler. No, actually, you know what? I'm going to say Mick Foley for TNA.
They're all bad for different reasons. Like, I don't think you could pick a worst.
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Like, I'm going to go with...
Mick Foley from TNA would be like Jack Swagger winning the world title in another company in like, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. But yeah, the Mick Foley one's pretty bad.
Let's say Mick Foley.
Yeah, why not?
And then the other thing is, so we know...
Then Dolph still doesn't win.
We know one of the career modes that's coming up in March, we're going to do Jeff Jarrett, like one of the periods of Jeff Jarrett's career. Are we going to do Hogan's WWE, like, comeback run?
If Hogan's announced for WrestleMania, then yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say. I'm not saying we won't do it if he's not, but if Hogan's announced for WrestleMania, then yeah, we definitely will do.
So look for that coming soon. Next week will be the review show.
The No Escape show.
No Escape.
Right, quick. Who's gonna win all the matches? Right.
Well, if you follow logical WWE booking from days gone by, the Go Home show, Roman Reigns looked quite weak because he lost.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman looked super over. I believe he was the only one that actually called out Brock Lesnar by name and pointed to the WrestleMania sign. So Roman Reigns is going over.
Yeah, Roman Reigns sort of called it out as well, though. But yes, you're right. Roman's going over. What about the women's? Who's winning that? Women's Elimination Chamber.
Asuka. Is Asuka in that match?
No, she's facing Nia
who's in the
Jax.
match?
Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Mickey, Sasha Banks, and Sonya Deville.
Alexa Bliss.
Yep.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
So, well, if we're going to do a game...
No, we're not.
Alexa Bliss.
No, okay, that's fine. Asuka versus Nia Jax, who wins?
It's
Asuka.
got to be Asuka.
Woken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt.
Bray
Are
Wyatt.
they really doing that?
Yeah, they are.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, good. That's fine. That's it for the Royal Rumble for this week.
Is that the card?
That's the card. That's the 4-match card.
I mean, yeah, like the chamber matches should be good and exciting, but is it not a tag team match?
Well, look at it this way. At the moment, it's not likely to be 4 hours. Because we didn't mention this last week. We briefly touched on the possibility all pay-per-views going on from WrestleMania are going to be co-branded again. But the rumor is, as we mentioned, in order to sort that out, they're going to be 4 hours. Yeah, but they're all going to be co-branded. What do you think? Co-branded? Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm not bothered one way or another, as long as they're not 4 hours. Right, that's it for the Royal Rumble for this week. Don't forget to go to twitter.com/Royal Rumble Pod. Tweet us with a hashtag. Say hashtag damn she hot though again. Why not? That was great. I love that one. Thank you to Big Brooker. Thank you to Paul, and thank you to Danny for tweeting us with that. It genuinely entertained me during the week. Don't forget to go to twitch.tv/Royal Grumble. Go to facebook.com/Royal Grumble. Email us royalgrumblepod@gmail.com. That is all, I believe. Say goodbye, Daryl.
Goodbye, Daryl.
Say goodbye, Dan.
Goodbye.
Catch you down the road. Stone Cold.